This podcast contains themes that are unsuitable for younger listeners and parental guidance is advised.
It's been 30 years since they came. 30 years? No! They took my child. 30 years. I'm gonna kill you. No! It's been 30 years since they came.
For the first time in Anunaki captivity and they actually let me have a shower. I wasn't covered in any piss and shit no more. I suppose the captain of the shit that they're going to transfer me to, suppose they wanted me clean so I didn't soil his ship. So I suppose that's something to be thankful for. They put me in some humiliating looking fucking boiler suit. I was wearing all pink. They put me in a pink fucking boiler suit. Oh, it's very fucking manly that, isn't it? Nice neon pink. Suppose I can't be missed. Well, I suppose I wouldn't be missed anyways because it'd be like Spot the Human. I was put in my electronic restraints and I was marched down through the ship, through the corridors, and then down the loading bay ramp and into a massive hangar bay where there's lots of spaceships waiting for cargo, waiting for people, waiting to depart. I was surrounded by 10 Anunaki soldiers, maybe 12, I don't know. To be honest, I was kind of fucked. I knew my fate. I knew I was headed towards Andromeda. To what planet, I don't know. All I know is I was never going to see Earth again. As I was walking along the promenade towards my next spaceship, I could hear a commotion. There was an alarm going. Oh shit, what was going on now? I'm all on my own, surrounded by these motherfuckers, and I'm going to get killed in whatever conflict there is right now. Maybe there was a fire, who knows? Probably a fire or a false alarm. We are on a fucking space station in the arse end of nowhere. I didn't even know where our galactic position was. What the fuck could I do? I was in restraints. Both my hands were restrained together, and there was like another set of restraints on my legs, so I could only shuffle forward very slowly. I would be fucked if I was caught in any crossfire. There's nothing I could do. There's a figure coming towards me with a couple of people behind me, a species that I'd not seen before. But that figure, he was human. Hold up. He was wearing the man in black, the old man's bloody coat. Who the fuck dares wear the old man's coat? This guy looked younger than I did. The fuck was this species? They looked reptilian, but they had human features. They were girls, they had tits. How the fuck can reptiles have tits? They don't produce any milk. The fuck was going on here? They got tits, big fucking cleavage, and they're reptiles. How is that fucking possible? How is that possible at all? And the man in black, well, this new man in black, he came up. He came up to the soldiers with these two lizard women. And he pulled out his gun and he shot all the Anunaki soldiers around me. Come on, Henry, he said. We're going. Who the fuck are you, mate? How the fuck do you know my name? It's a bit hard to explain right now because we're under attack and we're killing as many people as we can. But you're going to come with us now. He pushed a button and he released my hand restraints and he released my feet restraints. Now come with me and these Anisapiens and we're going to get the fuck out of here right now. We've got to go. We've got to go. Argue with me in a moment. Come on, Henry. You know me. I'm the old man. Think. If you're the old man, I said, you got a scar. You got a scar on your fucking left arm. Show me that fucking scar. I can't, he said. It's gone. The nanites fucking did that to me. Okay, now we got to go. We got to go now. I ran behind the man who claimed to be the old man and these Anusapiens. I ran behind him and we got onto a spaceship and we ran up a ramp of the spaceship that I've not seen before. It was only a small one. They pressed the button and the Anusapiens ran to the bridge, which was just in front. It was only a small ship. It was like a little fucking transport ship. They pushed a few buttons and we began to take off. Sit down and shut the fuck up, she said. Strap yourselves in now, said one of the Anasapiens. Now, she said. And the old man, well, the man who claimed to be the old man, he's like, come on, quick, quick. So we both sat down, we buckled up, and both the Anasapiens were in the driver's seats. The space dock doors are starting to close, and they were like, oh shit, we might actually miss this. We might actually fucking miss this window. So they engaged a hyperdrive, and with the hyperdrive engaged within the space station, it caused a lot of damage as we came out. We tore a massive hole in the fabric of space-time inside the space station, and it caused a lot of damage. Bulkheads and everything just came flying in our wake, and we could see it on all the monitors. We had caused some serious damage to this hub station. But where the fuck we were going, I don't know. Right. What the fuck's going on, I said. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is an Anusapien? Tell me what the fuck is an Anusapien, please. I'd like to know. Shut up, said one of the Anusapiens. Shut up. One moment. We're still being tracked, okay? You gotta wait until we fucking dealt with this, and we'll explain it all. This mini spacecraft, it was jolting me left and right, up and down. Shit. We was under attack. There was battle crews, I suppose, behind us, firing at us in hyperspace. Shit. How is that possible? How the fuck was hyperspace possible? I didn't even know this shit existed. All I knew, there's fucking portals which ships came through. What the fuck is this all about? There was a laser battle going on, and we were the fucking target. There's a few explosions outside after the Anusapiens pressed a few fucking buttons. I'm assuming they launched some mines, some space mines in fucking hyperspace. And she seemed a bit relieved, I have to say, because she pulled us out of hyperspace, and we were in the middle of nowhere. There weren't even stars, because we were somewhere. We're somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And then she plotted something into the computer, and we went back to hyperspace again in a completely different direction. Her chair span around, and so did the other Anusapien. They both span around to face me and the man that claims to be the old man. This here is our saviour. He is sainted to us. We've been following this man's progress since day one. Since Anunaki returned to Earth. We've been following this man. We've been hearing the news, and he's inspired us, and we're part of the rebellion. Okay, I said. How can I prove that he's the old man? How the fuck is he the old man? That's because the nanites that they used to kill him were reprogrammed before we killed him. Before we killed him, I said. So you killed the old man, and now we're to thank you? Well, he is young, isn't he? He looks younger than me. How the fuck's that possible? The nanites, the nanoprobes, the little robots that were put in there to kill him, but we reprogrammed him. It made it look like we killed him. In fact, he was actually dead, and then they repaired his body. And in repairing his body, they made him young again. He's now in his 20s. And how old was he? Well, I was in my 70s, wasn't I? It's true. It was true. The old man was in his late 70s. And now he was a lot younger than I am. What, so you can give people more life? Yeah, said the Anusapien pilot. My name's Anna, and this here, that's Chi-Chi. Anna and Chi-Chi, where the fuck did these weird names come from? Oh, we've been watching a lot of human TV. Human TV? What the fuck? I said. Human TV? Yeah, said Anna. That's where a lot of our names came from human TV. It was always imported over by the Anunaki, because for some reason you're the only species that came up with entertainment. Well, entertainment like yours. There's no other planet in the Anunnaki's empire had entertainment like that, and we love it. We love it. And you lot had so much of it up until the point that the Anunnaki came, but there's so much of it. So much. Right, Anna, I said, look, what I don't get is, how are you a Anusapien, okay? What the fuck happened there? Well, she said, the Anusapiens came around after the Nephilim were made. Right, go on. Well, we're the result of crossbreeding humans with Anunnaki on a different way. What do you mean, a different way? I said. Well, we're more Anunnaki than we are human, where the Nephilim are more human than they are Anunnaki. Okay, so what was the need for that? Well, the Anunnaki, when they took the first batch of humans tens of thousands of years ago to help colonize their empire, they made people, our people, my people, the way they did to make us survive better on this new world, which was a very, very warm planet, which was a very cool planet, and they needed cold-blooded workers. But the human body was easily adaptable, so they took human traits and gave them to us to be able to work this planet, to be able to mine it, to be able to grow food on it, to farm it, to harvest it. So we have human DNA in us like the Nephilim. So that means you can use the Anunnaki technology as well then. Yes, said Anna. So I'm the only person here that's absolutely fucking useless. Oh great. Now can I ask a question? Where the fuck is Josh? We gotta get Josh. We don't know where he is. We couldn't find him. I know where he is. They all looked at me. Josh is going to Nibiru. They're going to make an example out of him. The Emperor, he wants payment for what we have done. They all looked at me. The prefect that we killed, according to the Anunnaki that fucking interrogated me and tortured me again, they turned around and said that the prefect that we fucking killed was directly related to the Emperor, and the Emperor wants revenge, and he's going to make an example out of Josh. And what they did to me, they had me earmarked for Andromeda so they could experiment on me to make their technology more robust, because I said I was double hard, basically. Double hard, and they wanted to adapt their technology using me. Right, said the old man. We gotta go get Josh then. Two Anasapiens looked at each other. We're not going to Nibiru, they said. Both of them said it near enough at the same time. Are you twins? I said. How the fuck did you know to respond like that? Well, yeah, we were from the same eggs. Although we was in a litter of 20. A litter of fucking 20? Fucking hell, so you got 20 people that look exactly like you? Yes, they said at the same time. Don't forget, we kept a lot of Anunnaki traits. They only gave us some human traits for survival and to help work the farms. So, one thing that I don't get, how is it that you've got tits? The old man looked at me. That's a bit of a sexist question, isn't it? No, I'm curious. How's having tits essential to work in a planet? Oh, it's because we're born as mammals. Hold up. A litter of 20, so you didn't come from fucking eggs? No, said Chi-Chi. Our mother got massive. She had 20 children in one litter. She got massive. What? Yeah, that's about normal in our race. That's about normal to have 20 siblings per litter. 20 siblings per litter, grown in a womb like mammals, I said. Yeah, but you've only got 2 tits. How is that possible? We do use formula milk. Wow. Just fucking wow. So, in theory, could I breed with you? Not that we would, but it is possible, I suppose, because we have got human wombs. The old man looked at me and gave me a bit of a slap around the face. How is thinking about sex relevant to this conversation? We gotta get to Nibiru, said the old man. Well, we're not going to Nibiru, said the girls at the same time again. We got to. I appreciate that you've helped me out, and I appreciate that you've saved my life. But we gotta go and get Josh. We have to get him before he gets killed. Going to Nibiru is out of the question. We're wanted. We are wanted people, and that's going to be probably the first place they're going to look. Well, listen, we have to rescue him. We can't let him die. Same way how you couldn't let me die, and yet you'd never met me before. Now we got to go and rescue our friend. And we got to get back to Earth. We got to free Earth. Okay? Chi-Chi turned around and started plotting a course. We're not going to the Nibiru, she said. Not yet. We've got to go somewhere else first. Okay. We'll rescue your friend, but we got stuff we got to do first. Stuff, I said. What stuff do we have to do first? Anna turned around. Well, we can't go in there in this piece of shit ship, it's fucked. Secondly, we need reinforcements. We can't fly to Nibiru and hope to rescue your mate with 4 of us. It's going to take a mini army for that. Yeah, but the old man managed to take on army after army. Chi-Chi said, well, that's because he was a Nephilim on Earth, where you had the advantage because he was a Nephilim. Up in Nibiru, they've all got those weapons, and you yourself said that you're useless because you cannot use our technology. You don't have the genetic code to use our technology. But where we're going, I can get you weapons that you can use because they're from a different race. Totally. A different race, I said. What race is that? The Nefarious. Nefarious? What the fuck are they? Did you used to watch TV when before the Anunaki came? Yeah, I did. I was a little boy. What's that got to do with it? Well, do you know what the grey looking aliens are? She said. Yeah, I said. So what, that's the Nefarious race? Yes, she said. They got weapons, energy weapons that are just as good as Anunaki weapons, and they're not genetically coded. They may be able to adapt a set of energy weapons for you. It'll come at a cost, but we'll be able to get that sorted. We've got money and we've got tradables, okay? We'll get you sorted out, but we've got to get it sorted out first before we get to Nibiru. So how do we get to Nibiru, or even these places, or even to the Nefarious race, okay? How do we do that? You know, I'm guessing they're going to post guards at the hypergates. Well, that's why we're using the hyperdrive. The hyperdrive was invented before the gates were. What? How do you think they got to other worlds before they invented the gates? The gates came after. The gates are based on the hyperdrive technology. It just transports massive things even faster. They require a fixed power source nearby so that they can drain power from, such as a star. So you're telling me that the gate, the portal in Earth's atmosphere, is drawing power from the sun? Yes. That's how they're able to get enough power to send a whole ship faster than the hyperdrive. And that's why they do it, because it's cheaper in the long run. Cheaper in consumables, such as power resources. Oh, okay. Okay. So, the next step is to find this Nefarious race, and then we're going to go to Nibiru. Yes, said Anna. Okay. So we're on the same page then. Right. Do we know where this Nefarious race are? No, said Anna. We have to find them first. And to do that, we need to go places and ask a few questions. And we need to go to the places that are outside the Anunaki Empire. So there are lots of races around. And you're going to see a lot of races. Okay? Right, I said. Okay. It's amazing. So not only are we not alone in the universe, not only are our conquerors, who we thought were the only other people out there, now there's more fucking aliens. The universe is a big place, said Chi-Chi. It's a big place indeed.
Thank you for listening. Please come back next week for the next episode. If you've enjoyed this podcast, why not check out our other podcast, A Tribute to Men That Hate Their Jobs, which is a brutal but witty portrayal of working a job you hate. In this podcast, there are themes explored in which happy workers simply wouldn't understand, unless they listen to these cautionary tales from a man that lost his ideal job because of the global pandemic. Be warned that this podcast contains strong and offensive language that some listeners may not want to hear. In addition, this podcast is not recommended for younger audiences. All our podcasts are available on YouTube. Just search for the Master X Media podcast channel. In addition, you can also find our podcasts on Amazon Music, Red Circle Podcasts, Stitcher and Spotify. We also have another YouTube channel called The X Review. This is a review and reaction channel. Not only is it on YouTube, but it is also on Brand YouTube, BitChute and Rumble. You can also find us on Facebook, Gab, Twitter and Parler. All the links are in the description below.